Hello and welcome to an exciting tutorial on how to create a download button using PHP. Alright, so to make this happen, what we need is a text editor like this one. I'm using Sublime Text. And also we need to make sure that our server is running. I'm running Apache using XAMPP. So you can use whatever server you want, just make sure that it's running. Okay, so I have created a folder in the htdocs folder. Now, depending on the server you're running, this folder could be the www or the public HTML folder. Now, in here, I have two files that I want, a PDF and an image for us to test to download. So don't mind this folder here. Let me create a new folder which will contain all the files that I want to be downloaded. I'm going to call this one files. So let me move these files into there so that we can be getting them from there for better organizing. So let me go back to my text editor here and save this empty document as index.php. Now this one is going to represent your website. Let me create a new file, save it as download.php. This will represent the download. This will contain the logic for downloading any file on your website. So let's go to the index.php and pretend this is our website and create a link for downloading an item on that website. So let me create an A tag. Of course, it's going to lead to the download.php file because all downloads will be leading there. So let me put the download text there to show someone that they can download whatever this is. So let me go to the website and go back to my folder and click and drag the index.php into the browser. And immediately we see the download button there, which is all good. But here we have to make sure that our web server is running. So we replace this part with localhost. Okay, so once we have done that, everything is good. If I click here, it will send me to the download.php file, which is well and good. Now let's style this button a little bit so that it looks more presentable. So let me add a style tag. Just a quick styling here. I'll give this thing an ID of button because I want it to look more like a button. So let me put hash button and put my styles there. So the styles I'm going to add in here, first of all, I want to change the display type to inline block so that it's a solid block, and then change the background color to purple, and then I'm going to change the text color to white, and then I'll add a bit of padding here, 10 pixels. Then I'm going to align the text in the center. It's a center. What else have I forgotten? Let me change the font family to Verdana. And let me remove the line under the text by saying text decoration none. That should do it. So if I save this and go back to my browser and refresh, and there we have a nice download button. Let's give it a few edges by saying border radius 4 pixels. All right, some nice rounded corners, and let's hit the button and it's still working just fine, which is good. So now that we are done with this, let's go and style the download.php. Let's add some code in there. So in here we are doing PHP like so. All right, so to begin with, there's only one function that we need here. It's called read file. And then we put the name of the file in there, which is image.jpg. Now, you have to remember that the image.jpg is actually in the files folder in relation to the index page. So we're going to say files/image.jpg. So if I go here, go back and click download, this is what you see. Now, it's because the browser is reading the image file as text. That's why you see this. But we have to tell it that this is actually an image to begin with. So to do that, we change our headers So to do that, we say header, and we put our string in there, inverted commas. I'm going to say content type. So we change content slash type like that, full colon, and say image slash JPEG. And now if we refresh our page, you're going to see that the image is showing nicely. But still, this is not what we want. We want when we click, it's downloading, not bringing us here. So in order to do that, let's add one more header information. And this one is going to say content slash disposition. I hope that's the spelling there. And we're going to say content, it's attachment. That's the value there, attachment. And then we put a semicolon and say file name. File name. So this is the name of the file, the name that will be given to the file when being downloaded. So I don't want to change that name. I'm just going to say image.jpg, or maybe we can change it. Let's just say myimage.jpg, something like that. And just like that, we are done with this. So if I refresh the page, you see that it gives me something to download. So if I go back here, click that, I won't even see the second page. It just brings this. So we are good. However, what if we want to download 10 or 20 items? We can't change, we can't put actual values there. We have to use variables to change the file as needed. So here, let's add something. Let's put a query string and say file is equal to, so that we can specify what file we want to be downloaded. So in this case, it's image.jpg. Let me save that. And also let's add another download button. In this case, let's get the document.pdf like that. So here we're going to say download image, and here we're going to say download PDF and save. So if we go back here and refresh, this is what we get: download image, download PDF. Now let's change the code in here to reflect that. So first of all, we need to check what the file name is. So let's add a variable called file name. Let's just put set it to empty, and then we have to check if is set, if the get variable is set. Now this get variable, we've called it file. If this get variable is set, let's assign file name to that same one. Okay, so let me just copy this and paste here. Okay, so if it's set, set it to that. And then one more thing we have to do, we have to check if file exists. Okay, if the file name exists. So we should only do all this if the file actually exists. So let me copy all this, put it in there, tab like that. So this should only happen if the file exists. Now the reason you have to change the headers only if the file exists is because if you put the headers at the top here, it means if there's an error, that error will be regarded as part of the image, so you won't see the error. So this is much better. Else we can say echo file node found. All right, so far so good. And one more thing, we have to change the file name here to that one, and read file, we change that, put a full stop to concatenate to this one, and we are good to go. And also we have to change the meme type depending on the file name. So to do that, let me mime type like so. There's a function called mime. What is it called? Mime type, mime content type, something like, yeah, that one. And so that one, we check the content type through the file name and then replace that. Let me put concatenation and paste. Okay, so there we go. This should do the trick just fine. Right, so let me save and let's try it again. So refresh, download image, file not found, download PDF, file not found. So the error part is working, but why was the file not found? It's because the file name should be inside. Our files are inside a folder called files. So to make that happen, we're going to say files here slash, and then what we do is here, instead of setting this to that, we're just going to add to what's already there. So we'll put a dot here, dot equals, and then we do that. So this should actually work just fine. Let me click download image, and there we see the image. Download PDF, there we see. So you can use this to download any kind of file. Just put the file name in your download section here. So file is equal to, so even if it's a video, just put the file name here and name it appropriately, and it's going to download. All right, so I hope you liked the video. Give it a thumbs up, subscribe. Any questions, leave them in the comments. I'll see you next time.